This is going to be a show. Make sure to share and let folks know about, because it's all about the 2024 conservation raffle, the most successful conservation raffle in the country. But that's just awesome.
It's an amazing conservation effort for the state of Tennessee.
And the prize packages keep growing. That's what amazes me.
Yeah, well, it's easy to get partners when you're the biggest in the nation and they call you and try to, hey, what can we do to get involved? So.
Yeah. WildliferAffle.com is the website to find all these packages, and that's where you can purchase your tickets. It's 1 ticket for $20, 3 tickets for $50, and 10 tickets for $100.
I buy often.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of it right now. It closes on September 15th. The drawing is going to happen on September 17th, and then look for that announcement of the winners at the commission meeting.
How it works is you buy a ticket and you're in the drawing. We draw out 12 names, and the first drawn out gets their pick.
All 12.
Yeah.
If they pick the elk package, then the second person can say, oh, I might want the boat.
Yeah.
So it goes in that order until the last person gets the last remaining prize. If last place was $10,000, I'll take that.
That's right. If last place is a deer hunt, I'll take that.
Yeah, last place being the last straw, and there's really not there's not a bad package.
Yeah,
Everything's great.
And I think that's kind of what makes us the best in the nation is these packages. I mean, we've got better prizes than anybody.
Yeah.
Go get your tickets today, WildliferAffle.com.
Everyone's a winner.
Any of that money that comes in goes right back into conservation. Right here in Tennessee.
Hear an interview after interview with the winners. That's the thread that holds it together. I was just proud to do it because I know it's helping conservation in our state.
Won't you take me back to Tennessee?
The award-winning Tennessee Wildcast is on the air with the latest info about hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife watching, and all things outdoors. This year, we celebrate the men and women of the TWRA responsible for 75 years of wildlife conservation. Now make welcome your host, Jason Harmon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Tennessee Wildcast. We're glad you're tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We got a great show lined up for you today, and Mr. Don King is helping me co-host.
I was just remembering that Chris Hennessy donated us this song for the 75th anniversary, and thanks again to Chris. He's a great artist out there, and we appreciate his donation to this thing. Speaking of donations, we got some more of that coming up here this show.
That's what the show is all about today. So.
Exactly. Hey, we got a radio station in Morristown, WJDT, and you can hear us there each and every Saturday morning at 5:30. So
awesome.
You can tune us in there, or about 29 other radio stations across the state. So we appreciate our radio partners and look forward to adding some more this year.
Yeah. Appreciate our radio partners. Appreciate you guys out there watching and listening, subscribing, liking, sharing. We appreciate all that. And today, this is going to be a show that you want to make sure to share and let folks know about, because it's all about the 2024 conservation raffle. And we have Johnny Allred and Richard Logston with us today to talk all about that. So appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
The TWRF, the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Foundation, is a partner of ours. And
great partner.
We're going to learn all about that today, and then learn about the raffle that they put on, and it helps the agency. So
exactly,
it's going to be a fun conversation. So I guess the best place to jump in was just let's talk about that partnership and who the foundation is, and then we'll jump into the raffle.
The foundation is it's a completely separate entity, but we are a nonprofit set up in about 1999 to help raise money for conservation in Tennessee. We're solely for conservation efforts in the state of Tennessee and to support the agency on its efforts.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and y'all got a small crew over there, but y'all do a lot of work and make a huge impact on
lean and mean.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
They do a lot of work for us.
A lot of fundraisers throughout the year. Yeah. Governor's One Shot's one of the big ones, I guess. And then this conservation raffle has really taken off and become maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest
in the nation.
The biggest
in the nation.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's a big statement. You think about what Texas does and New Mexico and some of those places with their tags and things to do, that Tennessee is the biggest in the nation.
Yeah, that's really cool. Just so everyone knows, Johnny, he's the development director, right, over at the foundation. That's and Richard, remind me what your title is over there.
Is my
creative
strategy director.
There you go.
Yeah. So
all that creative work you see, all the stuff and the thing, he does all that, which nobody else could do. So
yeah, as we go through these packages today, you'll see some artwork and some design. That's all Richard's creativity there. So
hey, we do other stuff too. We for land acquisition and land habitat restoration. Last week, Johnny and I were tearing down beaver dams in Jackson, Tennessee. So we get out
trying to keep timber alive. So,
Yeah, for sure.
Got to do what you got to do, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we've been best friends for years and hunting and fishing, and man, we got some adventure stories. But it's good to be able to work together. This is a lot of this stuff is internet and things like that, but we get outside a lot, and that's good. And get out behind the desk.
I think Richard got a little bit of practice with Randy Travis over the years, doing a lot of graphics work for him. I've seen a couple of bus wraps that he had a hand
and
in.
album covers and stage designs and things like that. You guys in the music business.
Yeah.
You're still in it. I'm out of it now.
We're on the edge of it.
Yeah. I had 25 years of with Randy Travis and with Gary Morris before that. I actually got into meeting Johnny with Gary Morris and working for him for years. Met him hunting elk in Colorado and moved to Tennessee and lived with him for 6 months until he kicked me out. And then and that's how he met Johnny and I met Johnny. We became best buds. And then when
been hunting together for 40 something years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the outdoors has always tied that together, hasn't it? I mean, the music business kind of came and went, or comes and goes, but the outdoors is always there for sure.
We could do it. We could do an episode of just our hunting adventures. That would be. So we'd have some editing on some of that, but some of the best times in my life are hunting adventures and the times I spent with my dad and just being in the woods, waking up. With the woods waking up around you, no one knows you're there, and man, what a great church to be in.
Exactly.
But my best times are stories of hunting, my friends and family.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Same
awesome.
with me.
That's awesome. Well, let's jump in and chat about the raffle. I know this isn't the first year. 2018 is when it started.
What's amazing about this raffle is it just keeps getting bigger.
In 2018, we raised $225,000. We thought that was huge.
It was to us. We had an elk tag and a rifle.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was one package, one prize, but we were ecstatic when we did that, and it's just grown 31% basically every year.
Every year. $2.5 million last year. And then with federal funding, we multiply that. So it's an amazing conservation effort for the state of Tennessee.
And the prize packages keep growing. That's what amazes me.
Yeah, well, it's easy to get partners when you're the biggest in the nation, and people can see what's going on with it. It's it used to be I used to kind of duck my head and go in and try to talk to these people. And this is what we're going to try to do. And now it's like they call you and try to say, hey, what can we do to get involved? So,
yeah, well, and it makes it a little easier with that success. You can walk in and say, get some of these bigger partners that we're going to see today and learn about today.
Right.
So
that's right.
That's awesome. Before we get too far, wildliferaffle.com is the website to find all these packages, and that's where you can purchase your tickets. It's 1 ticket for $20, 3 tickets for $50, and 10 tickets for $100. So just get that out there before we get too deep into it. If you want to go ahead and jump on over and buy a ticket, go ahead, then come back and finish the show.
Buy often.
Yeah. So I think we've already mentioned the most successful conservation raffle in the country. I had that down there to mention. We've already mentioned it, but that's just awesome. That's cool to know, and it's happening right here in Tennessee. So
and I think what I was going to say was that he was talking about getting partners to the industry partners, and they know if they're an industry partner, they know what conservation does for them and everyone. And so, like I said, it's easier now to go out there. But this starts. Johnny's already working to secure packages for next year. I mean, the raffle might last 3 or 4 months, but we start on this. It works all year long, so it's quite an effort.
As soon as it's over, we're right back starting again.
Looking towards next year. Yeah, we're right in the middle of it right now. It closes on September 15th. The drawing is going to happen on September 17th, and then you look for that announcement of the winners at the commission meeting.
Yep.
So,
and I'm going to credit Richard with this statement because we were just kind of getting things oriented, warming up, and getting ready for the show today. And he said, everyone's a winner. And I thought, man, that is so true. I mean, everybody who buys a ticket is just putting money toward conservation. It's a great investment, and Tennessee conservation is just, everybody wins.
Yeah, everyone wins.
Yeah. All right, let's jump in. And, well, first I want to mention this. The earnings from last year were used in a great way.
Yeah.
1,400 acres were added to North Cumberland Wildlife Management Area. So that's one of the big things that the raffle helped with.
Public use properties.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and then the CWD work base, they were able to complete that and get that going there in Jackson for those guys who are working out there and doing the sample and tests and things.
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
like
lots of other smaller projects, but those two big ones right there,
Right.
it just enabled us to do it.
Yeah,
Land acquisition is so important because a lot of times you have to act quickly.
That's right.
When a property becomes available, it's not like you can.
And that's kind of why the foundation was started.
Yeah.
Is the agency was not able to quickly acquire land. There's a process it has to go through and things. And if they had a foundation somewhere set up that would help buy public property or buy property acquisitions, and that's why it was set up, is that we can just do it immediately.
Because a lot of times a seller, they don't want to wait around forever.
That's
for
right.
all the red tape, and they want to do the deal. So thanks to the foundation.
definitely. And then that match, there's a federal match in some of these monies, and we can
That's big money.
Yeah, it's big money. So that's a big thing too. So let's see. Last year, or I guess over the course of the raffle, it's been 73% winners coming from Tennessee. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Over 70% of winners.
It's a nationwide raffle. And
Right.
It's
become that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it has been, and you're allowed to enter if you're in another state and stuff for sure. But I think we've had last year someone from Indiana, maybe I think Kentucky,
One out of state
2 years
winner,
ago.
I think.
Yeah.
He picked a truck, but we nationwide but most of the emails that go out to people that we get a lot of response from are hunters and fishermen that y'all have the database on and stuff. So they get emails and text messages. So it makes sense that a lot of them are going to be from Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. One question that you said that you get quite a bit on these packages. Can you buy a ticket specifically for a package? So let folks know how the ticket purchasing works and how the drawing works out, and then we'll dive into these.
Yeah, that is a question that we get a lot. Is someone will contact us and want to buy, a ticket or 10 tickets for, they want the bass boat, or they want the truck, or they want this specific item. And you can't, because the way the laws are in Tennessee, the Secretary of State, that's getting out of my department, but
Well, we can only have one raffle.
one raffle a year is what a nonprofit in Tennessee can have. Every state may be different, but so if you had one prize package, that became one raffle.
Gotcha.
So in order to have 10, like this year we have 12 packages you put in, and your odds are basically the same. If someone says, well, I just want just say I'm a fisherman, I just want the boat. Well, you still have the odds are the same of winning the boat if it was one prize, or you're still going to have the same odds, but you have more odds of winning other prize packages.
Yeah.
So how it works is if you buy a ticket or 10 tickets and you're in the drawing, we draw out 12 names in the order of how they're drawn out. That person, the first drawn out, gets their pick of whatever.
All
the 12.
12.
Yeah.
Right. If they pick the elk package, then the second person can say, I might want the boat.
Yeah.
So it goes in that order until the last person gets the last remaining prize.
Yeah.
So it works out good. It's the most fair way, and it's chances of winning something. I mean, if last place was $10,000, I'll take that.
That's right. If last place is a deer hunt, I'll take that.
Yeah, last place being the last straw. There's really not a bad package.
Yeah,
I mean, everything is great, So
Yeah.
but obviously $80,000 bass boat's kind of a.
And I think that's kind of what makes us the best nations is these packages. I mean, we've got better prizes than anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's jump into some of these. I wanted to touch on the new items this year, and the number one is the Camus boat. Tell us about the Camus boat and that package, and I'll try to pull it up so they can see it online.
Well, it's a CX-19, which is it's a 20-foot boat, but it's so close to 19-foot. That's what they call it. And Earl Bentz, well, everyone knows if you're a fisherman, you know Earl Bentz's name, and he can build a boat. And he came on with this year. We've been we were hoping he would. We said, Earl, hey, how about a boat? And he's like, okay. and it's 80,000, and he also added it's got the 225 horse Mercury,
Wow.
Which is an upgrade, and then the power poles. That's something nice that doesn't come standard on that boat. And he's like, no, I want them on there. So we're going to do that. And I'm not sure I'm not sure if if the boat is going to be built or if you can pick your color. Don't know. Get Earl on the phone.
Yeah.
But it's
You know how Earl is. He'll make it like you want it.
but that's a big one. I mean,
he's
Earl's-
such a
yeah,
such a great supporter of conservation in Tennessee.
He is.
I mean, for years. I mean, what a.
I mean, he goes back to the beginning of the
That's
foundation.
exactly right. He's actually one of the founders of the foundation,
Yeah.
starting this thing. So
Yeah. Well, it's a cool boat. It's a cool facility. We did a show there a couple of years back, so that was fun and got to see the operation going
Yeah.
on there.
yeah.
Yeah,
it is
made
definitely a
here
top
in
of the line
Tennessee.
boat.
Just
Made right here in
20,
Tennessee.
25 miles north here. So,
Yep. Tennessee company, and yeah, it's awesome. Like you said, it's going to be outfitted to the nines. You know, it's going to have the power pole,
control the motors and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's going to do it upright.
It's going to be right for the fishermen and ready to go. So that's cool. That's awesome. What are the other new packages this year? Ted Nugent has come on board. So talk about that. That's pretty cool.
Get to go hunting at Ted Nugent's place in Michigan. You're gonna go up there and he'll be sitting around the campfire playing a guitar and singing a little bit and enjoying your company. And the next day go out and hunt on his property.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-day hunt. I think you
2-day
hunt
hunt,
then
yeah.
then you have dinner and I mean he's got some stories.
And yes, Smith and Wesson, who's a new Tennessee company, is going to build you a rifle for this hunt.
Okay.
You get that to take with you.
Awesome. So it is a wild hog hunt. Looks like.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you're going to have
You'll have a ball.
you're going to have
Such a character and such a an iconic rock and roll guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And that's cool. Smith and Wesson stepping up and new to Tennessee and
That's right.
and jumping in right off the gate. Right off the bat.
They called us.
Oh, awesome.
How do we get involved with the foundation and the agencies? What do we have to do to get involved? And they're jumping with both feet. Just great company.
And Ted's a long time outdoorsman. I
Yes.
mean, I think that came before music, or at least at the same
Yeah,
time.
well, he said he hunted as a kid. All his life he's always hunted.
he had a good relationship with Ted Bear and
Fred Bear,
Fred Bear.
yeah.
And I mean they did a lot together and he's outspoken, but he is he understands conservation and what it takes to keep all of this going and the hunting and fishing heritage alive.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have him with us.
My predecessor, Dave Woodward, who worked here, it's the I&E chief, information education chief for many years, got a phone call one day, and his secretary at the time said, "Hey, you've got a call. There's a fellow named Ted Nugent on the line." And he said, "You're kidding me." So anyway, he picks up the phone. Sure enough, Ted's down doing it. I think he just completed sound check down at Municipal Auditorium back when that was the concert venue in town. And he said, "Hey, yeah, here deer season's opening up, and I want you to come down and just come down and hang out." So, sure enough, Dave went and hung out with him backstage, talked hunting. He wanted to talk hunting with him.
That's cool. Very cool. Well, and the third package that I want to bring up that's new this year is $10,000 cash.
Yeah.
So-
$10,000 cash. Yeah.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
That's right. You don't have to explain what that one is. Well, one more that's new. The deer hunting package, the President's Island deer hunting package, is it's just a phenomenal tag
Yes.
to get, almost an impossible tag to get. It takes years to do it. So American Hunting Blind is you get all kinds of stuff to hunt with. You're going to get a Matthews bow. You're going to get lock-on stands. You're going to get tree saddles. Any way you want to hunt them,
Right.
you'll have a setup there to go hunt on President's Island. But
Okay.
American Hunting Blind stepped up this year, and they're going to give you a chalet hunting blind, $5,000 hunting blind to take to your hunting property
Wow.
as an addition to this package. So it's kind of it is the Cadillac of hunting blinds. So it's
Yeah, they're a brand new company and they're it's nice. We got to check them
unbelievable
out.
blind. So
They're doing it up right. Yeah, it looks really cool. If like I mentioned earlier, wildliferaffle.com, you can go check out the photos of some of this stuff. But yeah, it's got like a cup holders, a table in between the chairs, and it just comes with everything. It looks like, and
we're just talking about that. These are just new packages.
Right.
But the old packages aren't small
Not
either.
shabby,
I
for
mean,
sure.
Yeah.
you're talking about
Man.
definitely we're going to get into those. Let's go back up here to the top, and Oliver Travel came on last year, so I wanted to make sure we give them some love here. But tell us about this trailer.
It's a Tennessee company, and it's
Tennessee company.
Yeah, it's the Cadillac of camping trailers right there. I mean, that is the top of the line.
Yeah, and they're built for, not just campgrounds. They're built strong. You can take those. We did a video. We ran it across a creek several times. And
I think a lot of campers have a leakage problem. As they get older, and you don't have that with this because it's a one piece body.
Yeah,
the way they make that, and that eliminates that issue as they get older. So it's made to last and last and last. It's a great company and great products.
A lot of great features. You can make sure to add on and have for the trip. But I mean, it makes it. I know we did a show last year. It makes it fully off the grid, right? I mean, you take this thing off.
Solar panels, everything's off the grid, and the Oliver family's so good to us. I mean, such a nice group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. It was a fun show last year with them, and you can go back and watch that show and see more details on these campers. But just makes the raffle even better with adding them in. The Ford is back again. The Mid-South Ford dealers are.
Who wouldn't want a new Ford truck?
Back with a $50,000 voucher for a Ford truck or Mustang.
You don't have to get a truck. You can get
your choice, whatever you want. And if you want to spend $100,000 on a Raptor, whatever you want, that's $50,000.
Knock $50,000 off the price.
Yeah. That's a big discount. Right. So that's cool.
I think Charisse, the winner last year, she got a limited, didn't she? She got
a Ford Limited.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice white.
But she had that picked out before. That's what she wanted when she bought the ticket. When she bought the ticket, she said, "That's what I was going to get right there. Is this Ford Limited?" So.
Well, you said once you called, Richard makes the calls and lets the folks know.
I love that.
But she was second guessing. She was like, "Oh, maybe I want that
stuff." And she when I called her, she didn't answer the first time, and they don't let me know who won until that morning. But they don't want any of this information out. And so I get the list, and then I'm watching. When they make announcements, and Joey's up there, at the Fish and Wildlife Commission meeting, and making the announcements, and it's live. We send an email out to it. Everyone can watch it live, and a lot of people do, but some people are working. She was in a meeting, and I called and left a message, and then I think I called her back, and she was just giggling. I said, "Hey, this is Richard with Tennessee Wildlife Research Foundation. How's your morning going?" And she just started almost crying, giggling, and I said, "Well, I guess you've heard." And she goes, "No, but I won, didn't I?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I said, "You won first place." She goes, "I know." And I'm like, "I thought," and she said she knew. She said, "I knew when I saw the advertisement that was the way to get my truck." and wow! So she was just all. It was fun. It was that's a neat morning for me to be able to call everyone. But then she was, everyone has to fill out their list of prizes, what order they want. So it doesn't take that long for everyone to choose and know what prize they got. And she then she started second guessing herself like that.
She won.
Well, maybe I want the game.
Maybe I want the game. And maybe I want. And I'm like, whatever. I said, but the longer you wait, everyone else has to wait. You have to pick first. And then she's like, what am I doing? I want the truck.
Yeah.
Like, well, then pick the truck. She did. But,
I could see how it could be tough.
And then it was it took her months before she could make her mind up on what she wanted, and she ended up getting really nice.
That's awesome.
Limited.
I could see, you look at those values and you're like, well, do I want the $90,000 trailer or the $80,000 boat? Yeah. But, they're all great packages. And I could see how it could be tough sometimes for folks to pick. But, so let's just kind of cover some of these others real quick before we run out of time.
Well, the Bass Pro, that's the top of the line. It's a 6-seater top of the line tracker. I mean, that 800 SX is their top of the line. Who wouldn't want that to hunt off of or use on your farm or property?
Yeah, it's the crew cab, so you got 4-seater looks like. And
it's 6-seater.
Oh well, that's true. That's true.
Someone in the middle of you, but and all of these packages, I don't know if your viewers are seeing that the you can click on all of these on the website, and it goes to the details about every package and every item in the package, and also so if they want more information, it's all on there.
Yeah, and we appreciate Bass Pro. They've been a partner for a while.
Partners. Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome. And then so the Best of the West is
That Best of the West
Fun one.
long range shooting is they're the pioneers in long range shooting. They've been doing it longer than anybody else. They've perfected this systems, and they build great items, and they do this for this. They've been a good partner for us since we started this.
yeah. And then you get all kinds of accessories and things
Yeah,
to
you
make
get all
it
kinds of
happen. So.
systems. Yeah, great. If you're wanting the long range shooting, that's the company to look up right there.
And the hearing protection, you get that in the
Oh, yeah.
things. It's that's
Target
nice to have.
cameras.
Yeah, the target camera, so you can get shooting 800 yards away. You can just look at it on your phone or look at it. Well, I guess it's got a monitor that you can see instead of having to go out there and where'd I hit? But it's pretty amazing. We do a shoot for some of our heritage members, and to go out there and within just minutes, they teach you the whole thing
Yeah,
about
you're shooting 1,000
wind.
yards in 20 minutes.
And you're hitting,
every
and
day.
it's so neat because you see the bullet hit the target through your scope, but then it's like 3 or 4 seconds later, you boom, you hear the sound come back. It's like wow, but they make a really good.
It's always good to see people's face when they shoot 1,000 yards and they think, I can't believe I done that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and the technology these days, I mean, it just
Oh, yeah.
makes it.
They're expensive guns, but when you shoot it, you realize why it's expensive. The trigger and there's no recoil
Custom
hardly,
optics.
and yeah, it's
Great stuff.
level inside the scope to where you can tell. Because if your gun's slightly off, it's hard to tell, and that'll throw that bullet way off, and you get way out there. And it's they've really got a good system.
That's cool. Well, and Henry's back again this year, which I think is really cool. You get the special TriStar logo, right?
You
Still
want,
happening?
you want a collectible gun? That's it. I mean, that Henry is custom made with the Tennessee TriStar. The serial number reflects this year and is part of this event. Colonel Littleton, when you say heritage in Tennessee, I mean Colonel Littleton's products are are the epitome of heritage in Tennessee.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
he built this bag.
And duffel bag, and it all buffalo leather, and we used to have buffalo in Tennessee.
Yeah, we did back. That's cool. Once in a lifetime opportunity there with that gun and everything. So that's cool. Let's see. Waterfowl Academy, elk hunt, they're all back again. So those
That's
are
right.
cool. Anything stand out in those that we want to highlight before we run out of time?
Well, Academy's such a great partner. I mean, for them to come in, it's $5,000 shopping spree at Academy. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not a bad way to start your day.
Sure.
And to be able to hunt elk in Tennessee, I mean, that's something very few people would ever get to do.
And it's something new this year that is different is on the person who chooses the elk package. That hunt is for 2025 because if we make the announcement and the person picks us like on September 20th when they announce the winners, whoever gets the elk hunt, you've only got a few weeks to prepare.
Yeah.
And you may not have the time or vacation time, and also. So we push that back to you have a year to prepare. It's a once in a lifetime.
Yep.
Yeah, you won't be ready.
While you're preparing, you can shoot your new Bagheera rifle.
That's right.
And sight it in.
Yeah, get it all ready.
Do some scouting, scout a couple of weeks, or even more. Yeah.
And the same thing with the deer hunt. I don't think we mentioned that season is for 2025 also for the same reason.
More
Having enough
time to prepare.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think that's great. That's great for the hunter, especially those looking for vacation time and make sure they can get off and all that. So the hunt that started it all was the elk hunt. So that's really cool.
We have some great elk in Tennessee.
Yeah, we sure do.
Yeah.
We sure do. All right, let's see. We covered the Ted Nugent. We covered the deer. So that's all of them. The waterfowl package, and it's going to be another successful raffle. It's cool to see the couple extra packages in there. So
yeah.
WildliferAffle.com. Go buy some tickets.
Yeah.
go get your tickets today. WildliferAffle.com.
Everyone's a winner.
That's right.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, any of that money that comes in goes right back into conservation.
That's right.
Right here in Tennessee. So
And hearing interview after interview with the winners, that's the thread that holds it together.
That's
I was
right.
just proud to do it because I know it's helping conservation in our state.
Yeah, and you got to give back.
Yep.
It's we need to support the wildlife conservation for sure. But with I mean, People call us up saying, "Hey, there's coyotes moving into our neighborhood." No, we moved into their neighborhood. And it's like we're losing habitat, and it's just all conservation. It's a very good cause.
Well, thanks for all you guys do.
Thanks for all you do.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Great partner.
We couldn't do this. We couldn't do this without our partners, without our celebrities, the help, and especially the agency of what you guys do to help us pull this off and be successful. So thank y'all.
Well, right back at you. Thank you for all y'all do. Thanks for coming in and talking about this today.
Anytime. Glad to come.
We'll get it out there some more. We'll share some more information about it. Keep coming back. Keep listening. Keep watching. Keep tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org and follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Join us as we celebrate 75 years of conservation in our great state. You can invest in Tennessee's wildlife future by purchasing a license at GoOutdoorsTennessee.com. That's GoOutdoorsTennessee.com.